anything about the economy. So it's amazing. He really got taken. Quantitative easing has not made things better. Not for the middle class. It wasn't supposed to. It was all a lie. When Bernanke said the purpose of quantitative easing was to create jobs, to increase to grow the economy, a total lie. Yes, there was wealth effect for one group, for about 5% of the population. That was the wealth effect. The senators are so dumb they don't even understand what QE is. I mean, it's amazing. There was wealth creation for Wall Street, the 5 percentile, and members of the banking cartel who owned 82% of all the individual stocks. Didn't they know that? That increased their wealth. This 5 percentile, $1.1 trillion. That's an average of a 40% increase in these individual cartel members' stock portfolios. What are you, nuts? Main Street got nothing out of it. No jobs, no economy. Matter of fact, it made things worse. A good economy doesn't come from printing money and buying treasuries. That goes to show you how dumb these senators are, these politicians. They don't even know what QE is. That when you go out and you print money and you buy $85 billion worth of treasuries every month, that doesn't create jobs. It doesn't create jobs. Jobs come from savings and business spending and good, meaningful jobs. Then you get good, meaningful jobs, rather. It comes from savings and business spending. Investment. Then you get the good, meaningful jobs. It comes from hard work, too. It comes from productivity. It comes from capital investment, which is the purchase of land, machinery, and buildings, and inventory, and plant equipment, and machinery, and construction equipment. That's where it comes from. Not from QE, going out and buying bonds. All QE is buying bonds. Economic growth comes from productivity, and these politicians don't get it. These guys we elect, they don't understand. And when government gets too big and increase taxes to sustain its size, that discourages investment. It takes the incentive out of investing and the incentive out of our labor workforce. QE has never could ever once create jobs. QE, one of the biggest tools of QE, quantitative easing, and their in their toolbox, I should say, is printing of money to buy bonds. So to put downward pressure on the long-term interest rate. That's right. They print money to buy bonds. There's two reasons why they do it. The first reason is to print this money, buy all the treasuries they can, the 10-year treasuries, and when you buy treasuries, the yield or interest rates are pressured downward. Now, the idea is that mortgage applications, credit cards, all of these things, okay, all of these things are supposed to be lower, and people are supposed to go out and use them. And the economy is supposed to grow. Really? But it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. Because you haven't created jobs. You haven't created jobs. Okay, you can lower the credit card rate. You can do all these things, but you need jobs to grow the economy. It's amazing. Quantitative easing 1, 2, and twist. In quantitative easing 3, the Fed purchased $85 billion a month to keep downward pressure on the yields, on the interest rates. When in 2012 came, they announced the end of QE3. They lied. To have the end of QE, you have to sell the treasuries, the $4.5 trillion that they bought to press down interest rates on mortgages and credit cards and auto loans and all that thing. When they said we're ending it, well, to end it, you got to sell those bonds that you bought, $4.5 trillion. It's on the balance sheet. She lied. She never sold them. Instead, what they've been doing is keeping the $4.5 trillion treasuries on their balance sheet, and they get the interest income, and they keep reinvesting it. She keeps investing it. So we got this continuous QE that doesn't do anything for the country. In order to stop QE, Yellen would need to shrink that balance sheet big time. Got to shrink that. You have to shrink the balance sheet by the same amount of interest that she's earning. So if she's earning $1 million in interest, she got to shrink the balance sheet by. She's not doing that. And here's what's really interesting: what she keeps contradicting herself. If she says the economy is so great and she's going to raise rates, then why is she not stopping quantitative easing? Why is she still buying $10 billion a month of these bonds, treasury bonds, to keep suppressing down the rate? If she's suppressing the rate, then why is she telling she's going to raise rate on the other hand? So she's telling she's going to raise rates, but then on the other hand, she's still purchasing $10 trillion worth of treasuries every month to keep rates down. Unbelievable. We'll be right back after this break.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Listen to what Fisher said, the former Fed governor.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish a wealth effect.
That's right. Did you hear that? They took the stock market, front-loaded it, ran at 200%, so we ended up not only with a fake stock market, but fake GDP, fake money, fake jobs, fake prices, fake everything. But we took advantage of that, and we're going to take advantage again. That's why I told my gang in May to short the market. On 5/29, that's May 29th, I'm telling you to short the stock market. And we were right. And the market went down over 11%. That's why you got to join my gang and learn how to short stocks just as much as buying them. Learn how to short with me, Phil Grande, at philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Let me ask you, could you use a little extra money? Well, of course you could. Everybody could use that extra revenue to pay the bills, pay down debt, or save for retirement. With philsgang.com, we help you make that extra income in the stock market. For over 15 years, Phil Grande and philsgang.com helps folks who are interested in learning short-term and long-term investing by providing professional-level charting skills and strategies. philsgang.com is your number one source to learn, invest, and profit in the stock market. And you can do this for only $49.95 a month. With philsgang.com, you learn how to invest in the market. You get daily investment coaching guidance, and you will learn to invest and trade with the skills and confidence of the pros. Just log on and get daily investment instructions and make profits. Plus, all philsgang.com material is archived for your convenience. Go to philsgang.com to join or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Call today. There is only one talk show host, Phil Grande, who delivers both social and financial talk. Not even Hannity or Rush can deliver a 1-2 punch like that. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Phil Grande is unique, the industry leader, the first talk show host ever to combine social issues and finance into winning stock market ideas. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Hi, my name is Phil Grande, philsgang.com. The 401k big lie. They tell you invest $10,000 a year for 30 years, compounded at 6% annually. You will have a grand total of $245,000 to retire. That is not true. That is not the truth. What they don't tell you is the hidden fees. There's 27 hidden fees in your 401k. When you're all done, you lose half of what you put aside for your retirement. That's right, half. And another thing, you're not allowed to do individual stocks in a mutual fund. And you're not allowed to make money when stocks go down. That's ridiculous. Would you buy a car with just forward and no reverse? Why would you ever be in a fund that you can't make money when the stock market goes down? Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
It's pretty amazing when you consider that 7 years ago, we didn't have the treatments we have now. We cure 80% of children with cancer. Go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine. We understand what makes this cancer tick. And of course, without donors from around the world, this just couldn't happen. There's one thing we're focused on, and that's beating this thing.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Aren't you tired of all the nonsense you hear from these financial shows like this?
Should I be worried about Bear Stearns in terms of liquidity and get my money out of there? No, no, no. Bear Stearns is fine.
And then they went bankrupt. This is what I'm talking about. This is crazy. Your 401k, they take half of all the money you put away. Look, it's not about the money you're saving. It's about where you invest it and not in a 401k. Join my gang. Start using charts. I'll teach you how to use a chart so that you can maximize your returns on the money you do have. And the earlier you get started, the better. Join my gang, philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. You're not a regular listener to Phil's Gang? What, are you nuts? Listen to Phil Grande and check out philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, it is amazing to me, isn't it, that she can go in front of the Congress. But more amazing is how Bernanke went in front of the Congress, told them that quantitative easing is what they needed to print money, buy all the 10-year treasury they possibly can buy, to drop the yields down. The first reason they wanted to do that is to make them so unattractive that the foreigners, that the Europeans and Saudis who buy most of our treasuries, our debt, they decide to go in the stock market. Got to get them out of the bond market, get them in the stock market. That's how they do it. But then to say that it was going to improve our economy, there's no way it would improve our economy. It only improves the income of the 5 percentile who controls 80% of our stocks. It's unbelievable. The other thing it does, when you print all this money and you buy all these treasuries and drop the interest rates down, then banks, the 5 biggest banks, they borrow money near zero interest, and they take the money and they just invest it into treasuries. They invest it in treasuries. They make more money doing that instead of loaning on businesses and so forth. I mean, it's amazing how stupid these congressmen are. All right, let's go to Stock Corner.
Stock Corner is brought to you by the Phil's Gang video channel. Go to philsgang.com, click on the video channel graphic, and check out Phil's free videos on the market, economy, and current events.
Okay, and don't forget, it's also brought to you by Walter's Way, a wonderful book, author Walter Scheer. Don't forget to pick up my book. Go to philsgang.com, and also remember, Vera and Walter Scheer Foundation, that's where all the money goes. Don't forget. And this is an exciting book. It's a great book. A great man wrote it. And it also, remember, it received the 2016 Silver Action Business Award. And for a first-time author, that is incredible. So, but go ahead and, the book, his life is so fascinating, and there's no, what an entrepreneur he was. What an entrepreneur. And what a man. When you read about they don't make Walters anymore, I'll tell you that. Not men like this. This was the real country. These are the people right here, Walter Scheer, who built this country, not the idiots we have today. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now think about this. They asked her today, Janet Yellen, listen to this, about jobs.
Can you comment on that, the quality of the jobs that are being created?
So probably the quality of the jobs that have been created. We've created a lot of high-end jobs. So it's not only
high-end jobs
for skilled workers.
What a lie. We've added 376,000 bartenders in the past year, and 3 million bartenders and waitresses since March 2010. There are 2.4 million part-time employees today. That's historic. That number is 84% higher than from 2003 to 2007. She's a liar. Since December 2014, the U.S. has lost 1.4 million manufacturing jobs. These have been replaced by almost one-to-one with new waiters and bartenders. For every job Obama created, 2 people went on food stamps, which grew 72% faster than jobs that he created. We have a total of 95 million people out of work. And the largest amount of people working are part-time. And the largest amount of people with multiple jobs ever in our history, 78% of all jobs that are created are part-time. But multiple jobs. We never had so many people working 2 jobs, 3 jobs. That's how bad the economy is. Oh, that's right, QE. They let us do QE because it's supposed to improve the economy, improve jobs. Had nothing to do with it. There are now 1.2 million fewer jobs in the mid and higher wage industries than there were before the Great Recession. This is unbelievable. What a liar. In contrast, there are 2.3 million more jobs in lower wage sectors, like bartenders and waiters, than before the recession. Wow. This is unbelievable. And she just comes out and lies like that? We have some 300 or 400,000 fewer manufacturing jobs since President Obama took office. And we have 1.5 million fewer manufacturing jobs below the pre-recession level. There are high-paying, high-skilled jobs that are available. There's no question about that. They need to be filled. Companies can't find high-skilled labor. Why? Let me tell you why. There was 30 programs that were put in place. There was a budget for 30 programs to train these people, these high-skilled tech jobs that people have, that companies need. They can't find them. But what did Obama do in his budget? He took the money away from those training programs that would have created jobs, and he took it and put it in the welfare budget to expand disability checks, to double the amount of disability checks, to pay people not to work. Can you imagine? This is just crazy. And then listen to this.
Are we in fact seeing a supply problem in terms of credit to smaller businesses, and is there any evidence that that is attributable to, in fact, new bank regulations?
Well, small businesses often find it more difficult to get access to credit.
Well, I wonder why. The reason there's so little money for small business loans is, if you recall, go back to TARP. $750 billion. Remember the promise to Bernanke and back then Hank Paulson, Treasury Secretary? He said, if you bail my banks out, give me $750 billion, we'll take $250 billion and we'll bail out the people who have houses upside down. It was about 9 million at the time. And we'll start loaning to small business because we realize small business creates the jobs we need. As soon as it passed, they reneged. They turned around and they ordered the banks not to loan to small businesses. Not to loan. They're still not. Try to get a small business loan. See what you can do. They didn't. No. They still can't. You still can't get. Because what are they doing with that money? What are the banks doing with that money? They're buying treasuries. They make more money on a treasury than they ever do loaning. And Obama hates small businesses. What he did, small business, where do they go get money? Small community banks. So he increased regulations on small community banks to put them out of business. So that the 5 largest banks who funded his election wouldn't have to buy them. They'd just go and pick them up after they went broke. And then there was no money for small businesses. And we have more business going out of business than ever. We'll be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. You know, every day we hear from Wall Street, you turn on the TV, and they're telling us how the economy's great, everything's great. And these are the same people that run the 401ks who, with a 2% fee, take more than half of your money and put it in their pocket. You will never retire comfortably in a 401k. But try to convince 90 million people, it's almost impossible. People just don't listen. They get comfortable and stay with these 401ks. They don't work. You're not going to be able to retire. It's simple. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Join the gang, try it for a month, and we're going to show you how to use a chart. And that is going to put you in such a comfort zone of retirement.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Phil Grande is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with a prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grande has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grande and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. Wouldn't you love to be a business owner without ever having to show up at work? Imagine if you could sit back, watch your company grow, and collect the dividends. Now, this situation might sound like a pipe dream, but is closer to reality than you think with Phil Grande and philsgang.com. Phil teaches you the basics of stock trading and investing. For only $49.95 a month, you have complete access to all Phil's Gang material, plus Phil's daily live trading class where you'll learn how to invest in stocks. And Phil will tell you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. philsgang.com can be accessed from your home, office, or any other location where internet is available. Plus, you never miss a beat because all material is archived. From beginner to seasoned investor, Phil Grande has been helping people learn about the stock market and producing smart investing strategies for over 15 years. Wouldn't you love to be a business owner? Wouldn't you love to take full control of your financial future? With Phil's Gang, you can. Simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. We're a teaching format. Boy, do we give good service. You know, buying a stock doesn't have to be complicated. The reason why Wall Street makes it complicated is so to make you think you need to hire them. You can do better without them, believe me, because you're not going to have those big fees. Come to Phil's Gang, where we'll show you an easy way to buy a stock. philsgang.com, where we don't make it complicated, but profitable.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
They just told us right away that we're going to house you, we're going to feed you, and every single one of his medical bills is just all taken care of.
They've saved my family from financial ruin. It allowed me and my wife both to focus on the most important thing, which was the health and well-being of our son.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes. And that's what makes St. Jude so magical.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Doctors send us the toughest cases to be treated at St. Jude, and our patients come from all over the world.
When we come here, they told me, don't worry, everything will be taken care of.
We could never repay St. Jude for what they've given us.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? You know, reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you will be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Put your money to work. Make your investments pay. Listen to Phil Grande and philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, it's amazing, this quantitative easing. It's still going on today, and people don't understand that. And it's not good for the economy. It's a fake economy. When you do quantitative easing, And all it does is rally the stock market, but it can't sustain itself. It just gives you another big bubble. So this is a huge bubble, the biggest bubble we ever had. That's all it does. And it makes very wealthy the 5 percentile who control 80% of the stocks. The people in 401ks never make any money. They got them all out. The problem with these 401k managers, when the market crashed in 2008, in March, I remember 2000, we started 2008. We did QE1 in 2008, and right after the market crashed, and everybody was out of their 401ks. Everybody, manager said, "Get out of your 401k, go start buying bonds." And everybody said, "Well, I just want my principal. I just want to keep my principal." And they all got sucked in because the finance community understood one thing: the rates were going to be low. That would kill people in any kind of fixed income. If you were going to say, "Just get me out of the stock market, just put me in bonds, put anything is fixed," the manager should have said to the 401k manager should have said, no. You got to get back into the market. The market already crashed. This is when you get in, but nobody wants it. It's not when you get out. You don't get out and go to bonds because you're going to get your face ripped off. You're not going to go to any kind of fixed income because you're going to get killed because low interest rates. We're in a low interest rate environment. And that kills any kind of fixed income. Kills it. But no, they didn't do that. Why? Because they got big fees. So now the people in 401ks missed the entire rally. So from December 2008 to March 2010, the market rallied 10%. What did that do with the economy? Did that help anybody in the economy? Did that create jobs? No. You think the very wealthy is going to take that money and create jobs? No, they never take their money and create jobs. They take that money and put it in a pile with the rest of their money. They're not going to create jobs. Why would they? Then the next QE was November 2010 to 2011. The market went up another 33%. But wait a minute. Bernanke said this was to create jobs. This was to create the GDP. The economy is going to grow. The economy wasn't growing. We couldn't even grow 2%. The economy didn't grow. Jobs weren't growing. People were losing jobs. Then came what they call Operation Twist, which is they just wanted to change the name. It's another QE. Went up 28%. They did that one in 2011. Then QE3. That was from September 2012 to December 2013. Market went up another 25%. But they never stopped. They told us they stopped doing QE. So by then they had the federal bank, the Federal Reserve, had bought about $85 billion or $4.3 trillion of treasuries to drive interest rates down, lying to us saying it was going to create this wonderful economy. The economy did not grow. It still isn't growing. It was all to make the rich richer. And then they started the other part of QE. They started to print money and give it to the company CEOs to go and buy their stock back. So they got very wealthy. So the CEOs were making 300 times more than the people that worked for them because all they had was stock options. So instead of taking the money or profits and plowing it back into the business so they could hire more people, train more people, buy equipment so get the economy going. See, that's what you do. When you have a company and you're doing well, you take your profits and you go borrow money and you plow it back in a company, and then you buy equipment, you buy IT, you buy information technology, you buy computers, you buy trucks, you buy all this, and that creates jobs all over the economy. But no, they didn't do that. Instead, they took the money, the CEOs, and put it in their pocket. They bought stock. They drove the stock price up, but the stock price was going up for the wrong reason. The stock price was going up because they were taking this money and shoving it in buying stocks. It wasn't going up because the stocks had good earnings or we had good earnings growth. There was no good earnings growth with stocks. We didn't have good margins, good top-line sales. Matter of fact, sales were going down and stocks were going up. Think about that. Revenues were going down, but stocks were going up 7 times faster than sales revenue. We got the biggest bubble in the 401k people. They missed it all. Being in fixed income and other nonsense, bonds. It was a whole lie. And you notice the guy from Congress, he didn't know the difference. He didn't know what QE is. Bernanke came in and lied to him and got away with it. These congressmen are so dumb. See, here's what we needed to fix the economy. The prescription was to get small businesses going again, not QE, not buying treasuries, to move the stock market up. But see, the president didn't care. That's his job, because he knows 99.9% of the people in this country really think the stock market identifies how well the economy is doing. He knows that 99.9% of the people in this country don't understand. If you really want to see how the economy is doing, you go and look at productivity. You go look at the GDP. But you never hear when you're driving around at noon at lunchtime, right, going to lunch, and they finish the news. What do they tell you? The Dow's up 80 points. Instead of saying productivity is down 2%. We're in trouble. No, they always get your mind to think, oh, okay, gee, it's up. Then they'll say, hey, it's up. The Dow's up today 150 points. Isn't this great? Economy's doing great. It has nothing to do with the economy. The prescription was small business, but Obama hates small business. He purposely increased regulations on small community banks so they couldn't get funded, because he hates small businesses, so they couldn't get money. All these small community banks went out of business, or they had to sell to the big guys. And that was the other thing. He did it so that the five biggest banks didn't have to buy the community banks. He put them out of business so they could get for nothing, pick up their assets for nothing. Small business was the solution to the economic recovery, not QE. But Obama cannot deliver that solution, because a real jobs program for small businesses contradicts his core principles, his ideology of socialism, which is rooted in the dream of a utopia where life is fair and all things are equal. And he knows if he used small businesses as his solution, his base, his welfare recipients, everybody wants something for nothing, would get grumpy. And his core contributors, he was afraid he would not get reelected. This is unbelievable. So what did Obama do out of that TARP money? He hated small business so much. He gave the auto companies like GM enough money that equaled $472,941 per employee. You know what he gave small businesses for money? It equaled $124 per employee. Think there's a little problem there? $124 is what small businesses got out of TARP per employee, where GM got $472,941 per employee. See, the solution was small business, but he didn't want the solution because he never wanted to grow the economy. That's why. Never wanted to grow the economy. He told us he was going to change America, and that's why we're in deep trouble. So what do we have? We have one of the biggest stock market bubbles in the history of this country, all driven by quantitative easing. And she still hasn't stopped. And now they're going to bring in the next part of quantitative easing. Remember, quantitative easing never stopped. They kept buying, but here's the worst thing. Not only did they keep buying treasuries, but here's what's worse. They weren't getting rid of the treasuries they had. So you got to sell the treasuries you have. But you know why they didn't do that? I'll tell you why they didn't do that. Because when you sell the treasuries you have, and then interest rates find its own real level. Well, she knew that interest rates may go up 5%. So she says, well, I'm not going to sell my treasuries, because if I sell them, it's like water seeking its own level, then interest rates could go up 5% from zero. That'll kill the economy. So she continues to suppress the interest rates and lie to us she's going to raise rates. She lies to us till she's going to raise rates when she never had any intention of raising rates. And that's why this economy can't grow, and that's why this president, the only president, has never grown an economy by 3%. We've been lied to.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. There's so much bad news out there. Let me give you some good news. The good news is you can retire when you're 65 years of age. You can live the same lifestyle you've come accustomed to. But you're going to have to make a change. And what's that change? To get rid of your 401k. It's a scam. It doesn't work. We've never seen more people pulling their money out of 401ks than right now. $40 billion just in this last few quarters. Because they know it doesn't work. So they're taking their money and stuffing it in the mattress. That's not what to do. Look, it's not about the money you put away. It's about how you invest that money. And clearly 401ks don't work. But it does work here at Phil's Gang. Phil'sGang.com, where we just got a return of over 35% in copper.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, people make it too complicated. Wall Street tells you the market cap and its trailing PE and the forward PE and price to sales to confuse you. All you need to know is, does the stock have volume? What's that mean? Energy. What does that mean? If you have people buying a stock, enough of the stock's being bought, it influences the prices to go up. Join my gang, philsgang.com. We're using charting, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. Wouldn't you love to be a business owner without ever having to show up at work? Imagine if you could sit back, watch your company grow, and collect the dividends. Now, this situation might sound like a pipe dream, but is closer to reality than you think with Phil Grande and philsgang.com. Phil teaches you the basics of stock trading and investing. For only $49.95 a month, you have complete access to all Phil's Gang material, plus Phil's daily live trading class where you'll learn how to invest in stocks. And Phil will tell you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. philsgang.com can be accessed from your home, office, or any other location where internet is available. Plus, you never miss a beat because all material is archived. From beginner to seasoned investor, Phil Grande has been helping people learn about the stock market and producing smart investing strategies for over 15 years. Wouldn't you love to be a business owner? Wouldn't you love to take full control of your financial future? With Phil's Gang, you can. Simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes.
At St. Jude, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti. Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Hi, my name is Phil Grande at philsgang.com. The 401k big lie. They tell you invest $10,000 a year for 30 years, compounded at 6% annually. You will have a grand total of $245,000 to retire. That is not true. That is not the truth. What they don't tell you is the hidden fees. There's 27 hidden fees in your 401k. When you're all done, you lose half of what you put aside for your retirement. That's right, half. And another thing, you're not allowed to do individual stocks in a mutual fund. And you're not allowed to make money when stocks go down. That's ridiculous. Would you buy a car with just forward and no reverse? Why would you ever be in a fund that you can't make money when the stock market goes down? Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Welcome back to Phil's Gang Radio Show. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Where does the average poor person under $30,000 put their money? In the stock market? No. They put it into savings accounts. Now, according to the FDIC, the average rate of return on a savings account in America is 6 basis points. At the same time, you are paying Wall Street banks 50 basis points to park their money over there. So the question is, why do you see the need to benefit the Goldman Sachs CEOs of the world and pay them more than the small local banks on Main Street where my constituents have to invest their money? Do you see a need to benefit the rich continuously to the disadvantage of the poor? Why is that?
Well, I'm sorry, we're not trying to benefit the rich. at the
Okay,
expense
so
of
the
the poor.
intent, so your statement is your intention is not to benefit the rich, but the facts with Ben Bernanke and others, and what you're nodding your head is your actions are benefiting the rich over the poor because of your monetary policy. Is that correct?
It is not correct.
Well, which part is not? Is it not the fact? Is Gallup wrong when he says the rich are more likely to invest in the stock markets than the poor? Is that not correct?
That is true, but
That
that's
is true.
only
Is it not true that your quantitative easing, according to Bernanke, also benefits asset purchases and asset
14
increases?
million jobs.
Is that fact? Is that fact true? Wait,
14
please,
million
excuse me.
jobs is what our
Excuse me.
policies.
I have the floor. I'm trying to find out which fact is wrong. The fact of the matter is that the rich own stock. You said yes. The fact of the matter is that quantitative easing increases asset purchases. You said yes. Asset prices. You said yes.
Stocks.
The fact of the matter is that you're indicating yes, that is increasing the valuation of stock. You're indicating yes. And the fact of the matter is that for the average poor person, they're not in the stock market. They're in banks. You're saying yes. So all those facts are correct.
Houses are widely held by most families, and low interest rates have also,
But as far as where most
recovering
people have their
economy,
investments,
have also benefited from rising house prices.
part of the problem is that although you admit here today that that is not your intention to help the rich over the poor, what you're nodding to me on yes on every point that I raise is that the monetary policy of the Federal Reserve over the last several years of your tenure benefits the rich over the poor.
And that has been true. It was with Bernanke too. The Federal Reserve's quantitative easing at zero, low interest rates, that policy has flooded the market with excess capital that increased real risky speculation in the stock market. We have too much money chasing too few opportunities, like gold mining stocks. We're up 100%. Thank God for our color-coded chart. I'm not just saying that. Thank God in December, when after gold collapsed, and the gold mining stocks collapsed, our chart showed that it turned from red to green, and we were able to take advantage of it. He's absolutely right. She's been a liar. And she says, oh, housing has been better. She started out with this 14 million jobs again, which is a lie. You hear she started and he cut her off? First of all, it's not 14 million jobs. Remember, he never counted the 5 million lost in his first year in office. He skipped it. Like all the other presidents count their first year in office. He didn't count them because his first year in office was 5 million lost. He said, let's wait for the second year. So he only created 9 million. And those 9 million jobs, most of those jobs are lousy part-time bartender jobs. He never, and then they said, well, she was going to say, well, we created 14 million jobs. Then she was going to say the unemployment rate came down from 10% down to 4%. No, it didn't. That didn't happen either. You cheated. The only way you get the unemployment rate down is by take the people who are unemployed and they stop looking for work. You change their label to discouraging and throw them down a black hole so we can't find them. So we got 94 million people in a black hole somewhere. We can't find them. We can't count them as unemployed, you jerk. It's unbelievable, the corruption. They should fire her. She's so inept. She's so stupid, this woman. Or she's corrupt. And I thank God somebody finally had the nerve to put her out front and show her she's a fraud. Of course that's her job, to take care of the rich. Who does she work for? She works for the 5 largest banks. You have a banking cartel. 150 banks around the world have a cartel. 5 of those banks, the 5 largest United States banks, make all the decisions. She was hired and approved by the president. Their job is to stay rich. Why do you think we've been at zero interest for so long? 2 reasons. One, so the rich get richer. Who's that? Wall Street, the banks. And remember how they got rich? Not loaning to homes that are underwater, not loaning to businesses. By God, we got more small businesses closing their doors than opening them. Remember how they got rich? By going out and from 2008 up to 2012, borrowing money at no cost, and then they buy 10-year treasuries that the average rate return was 4%. How would you like to make 4% on your money with no risk? So why would they loan to you if you had the best business in the world on Main Street? They're not going to, and they didn't. And that's why we didn't create jobs, because the small business created all the jobs. But nobody in Congress except this guy got it. Unbelievable. There's the problem. And now the crash. Where's the crash going to come from? Now we got created this big monster stock bubble. Not by creating earnings, not by earnings growth, not by margin growth, not by top line sales. We have none of that. We just keep pumping it up with 0% money. And by the way, the other reason why they have 0% money, so they can give it to the Congress to pay our interest on their national debt. And you really think they're going to raise rates? It's been a big lie. And the market crash, this market is so, let me tell you, this market is so over crazy that it's trading to perfection. And the crash is going to be because of the Chinese. It's going to be one blip with the Chinese, and that's it. We're trading to perfection. Just one little negative blip, which can happen between July and August, because that's when the activity is the lowest. Now, what does that mean? When you have the least economic activity going on in the stock market, just one blip it's exacerbated by like 1,000 times. So the blip's going to come from China. They did what we did. They're the biggest threat. They have $30 trillion in debt. They have a debt bubble like we do. They did exactly what they did. They dropped rates to stimulate the economy. Same thing, but it never sustainable. These are never sustainable, these kind of rallies, unless you have earnings growth from companies and economic growth. And their earnings, our earnings for our companies are negative. We had our earnings are negative. Their earnings are negative. Our economic growth is 2%. They're lying, saying it's 6%. No, it's not. So right now, Chinese construction and that real estate boom. Remember that big real estate boom where they built all these fake cities? All these cities, rather? Real cities, but nobody lives in them. That was all fueled by what? 0% money, just like what we did. And it's unsustainable. Now, China, think about this. China, and this is what Trump's been saying, China is a big exporter of steel. So they increased their production by 30%, and they flooded the United States with their steel. It saturated the U.S. steel market, putting hundreds of thousands of people out of work. They were flooding our steel market with steel that they're selling it for less than it cost them to produce and export. And CNBC, instead of calling Congress to put a stop to them flooding our markets with this cheap steel, CNBC and the Wall Street bankers are on the air celebrating, oh, look at the GDP. It gained 6.7%. China's growth went up 6.7% because of how much steel they're selling this country. Why we're losing job after job because of it. That's how stupid. Everything in this stock market is for the rich to get richer. And the middle class are going poor. And that's why there was such fantastic opportunities in the stock market, and people missed it. Listen to your stupid advisors, your stupid nincompoop advisors, your planners, and people, and those who the very, very wealthy. They go upstairs on the 18th floor, and it's all oak panel, and they have a private investor from the bank, right? What do they call that section of the bank? I'm tired. I can't remember it. But you go up and you get treated real special, and I can't remember what it is. But anyway, unbelievable what's going on. But there is tremendous opportunity when this market crashes. I want you on the short side, and I'll show you how to do that. That's why you join my gang. Call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. Unbelievable. See you on the charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me to make my
Let me ask you, could you use a little extra money? Well, of course you could. Everybody could use that extra revenue to pay the bills, pay down debt, or save for retirement. With Phil'sGang.com, we help you make that extra income in the stock market. For over 15 years, Phil Grande and Phil'sGang.com helps